Hi, my name's Ruan and this is my channel, The Yorkshire Sew Girl. Welcome back, people. If you are a subscriber, obviously welcome back. If you're not a subscriber, then hello for the first time. I'm doing a completely impromptu video today, and I think this is probably going to go across a few different days, so I'll tag it all together. So I'll probably be wearing different things and jibber jabbering on like I do all the time. And the reason I'm doing this vlog is because I'm getting a little bit bogged down. And I'm sure there will be lots of people that relate to this. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I am. I am getting bogged down because I'm not organised well enough at the moment. Now, if anybody who has subscribed for a while will have seen previously that I vlogged kind of redecorating and organising my sewing room. Now, I'm really blessed to have a sewing room. It's a really like a small, almost box room really, but it's perfect for what I need. The only thing I can't do in this room is cut out. Can you hear my cat outside? What is it? You've been fed, you've been loved. What more do you want from me? Very demanding. She's not talking back to me now. That is Simba, the girl cat. I can tell by their meows. Anyway, I digress. Yeah. Anyway, so I organised all my room. I'm very lucky to have the room, and the only thing I can't do is cut out because it's not big enough, so I have to go all the way down to the dining room and do that. But hey, I can cope because the good thing is I can shut that door at the end of my sewing, even if it's a complete mess, which it is today, and forget about it, which is very nice, and I'm quite privileged to have that really. The one thing though is, and it's staring right there at me, is that cupboard there, right? Now that cupboard is where I put all my stuff that I don't really want to have all over the place. So it has in there fabric scraps, haberdashery type things, blah, blah. And that is all organised beautifully, I have to add, and it's working really well. So obviously when I did my sewing room, I did loads of different things. I organised all of my patterns, which is working really well. My boxes, which have got kind of everything that's prepped ready. It has things like ribbing in it, stuff. I have drawers with all of my labels in and things, and that is all working really well. But I knew there would be some things that possibly didn't work, and it would kind of be a bit of a trial and error thing. And the only thing that's not working for me is this cupboard here, and that is where I store my fabric. So my fabric storage isn't working well for me. Now, I know, you know, there's always a thing about mental health and, you know, how clutter can sometimes lead to a cluttered mind. And I am very much one of those people. So if everything's a mess, it kind of bears down on me. So I always try to, when I finish a project, tidy up my room, unless it's really late at night. If it is late at night, I will try and come in the next day and have a good clean and tidy, ready for my next project, because then I get to start my next project with a clear head. Now, when I did do my room and I organised all of this, majority of that is working except for the bottom bit, which is fabric storage. And I had, if anybody remembers rightly, some like almost coat hangers that had different levels on them that I could hang all of my fabrics on, because I have a pole in there, because this used to be my little one's nursery, so that used to be the wardrobe. But that just is not working. I don't have the biggest stash in the whole wide world, but I do have a decent one. It's expanded quite a lot over COVID times, I'll have to say. But I want to be able to, I don't know what I've got in there, and it's a complete mess. So I want to be able to catalogue everything so that I have a copy of it all. And I also want to be able to organise it so that I can go quite easily to it. So at the moment, I know I've got all these different fabrics. I forget I've got some because they're tumbled underneath everything. Because they're all just stacked onto each other, they've all fallen down and I can't be bothered. So now I'm just throwing stuff in there. Anybody else do that? Or is it just me? I know it's not me. Even if you're saying to me, no, I'm very organised, I don't believe you. No. Come on now, make me feel better about myself. So yeah, so it's just all thrown in there. And I don't know what length of fabrics I have in each thing, because I've never made a record of them. So I'm thinking to myself at the moment, I haven't planned any of this just yet, I've literally just thrown myself onto this vlog, is I'm going to have a look at how I also want to catalogue my fabric stash so that I can quickly go through what I've got without having to physically go into there. And I'll know what type of fabric it is, what it looks like, and how much I've got of it. So that's the plan now. It's going to take me some time, isn't it? This isn't going to be a 2-minute job, I don't think. So I don't know when I'm going to upload this vlog or anything, but we'll see how we go. And what I'll do is, as I do everything, and as I've decided everything, because I still don't really know how I'm going to do it, I will keep you updated, okay? But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you the state of my fabric stash. Normally, I just pretend that everything's nice and tidy all the time, but it isn't. It is not tidy. So I'm going to be totally honest and open and show you what there is there so that you can see what the before is after, and then hopefully the process, and then hopefully what it's going to be like afterwards. Does that sound right? Does that sound good? And then maybe somebody can take up some hints and tips as to what they're going to do as well going forward. Just before anybody asks, I'm wearing ready to wear today. Love a bit of mustard. It's just a little jumper from Sainsbury's. It says C'est la vie on it. And I noticed the other day actually that Josie from Fabric Godmother had it on as well. And I was like, I've got that jumper. I love Sainsbury's jumpers. They're 20 quid each and they're just the most snuggliest, gorgeous jumpers ever. Anyway, I've digressed. So what I'm going to do now is I'll switch off, I'll turn you around, and then I'll show you what is in the cupboard of doom as a start for 10, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to show you this cupboard of doom. Are we ready? Brace yourselves. Oh dear. Oh, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed, people. Let's open this one as well. So as you can see up here, this is all still going really well. So bits and bobs, snaps, hardware, elastics, scraps and everything. So I can get those out as and when I need them. Up there is some crafts. That's just my carry case for my machine. And they're just bits, homeware bits and presents and things like that up there. But then obviously you span down to here, and what is going on? Seriously. I mean, there's one thing, no one could judge me for being boring with colour. When I look at this now, I'm like, oh my goodness. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm thinking, and I do this quite a lot, I mean, you can just see this. I had it all, so it was all like jerseys stacked down here in a nice pile, viscose all stacked down here. But the problem is I then go to pull one out of the bottom and everything does this. So I'm thinking the best way to do this, and I tend to do this whenever I'm sorting anything out, is remove every single thing out of the bottom of this cupboard. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to sign off now, and I'm going to go and put all of this onto the spare bedroom so that I can spend some time sorting everything out bit by bit. Wish me luck, people. Right, okay. It is empty, people. So just need to give this bit of carpet here that I popped in a little bit of a hoover to clear out, and then I'm going to start having a bit of a brainstorm. So I'm going to go and show you now the fabric in the spare room. Okay, so this is my little spare room, and this is all my fabric. So if I ever tell myself I do not have enough fabric, there is something wrong with me. And actually, as I was emptying all of this, I was finding things that I'd forgotten about, which is brilliant. And I think that's why I need to categorise everything and know what I've got so that I can shop from my stash easier. Because I think what I'm doing is I'm not shopping from my stash because I don't really know what I've got, how much length I've got of it, what fabric it is, etc. So now I need to do some brainstorming as to how I'm going to actually categorize all of this, and how I'm going to know where everything is, and how I'm also going to store it more effectively in that space. So wish me luck. I'm going to go and do that and hopefully return to you. It probably won't be today, but it will be soon with any luck on how I'm actually going to do that. Right, so I've been having a think about, this was earlier on, a think about what I'm going to put in here. Now I'm thinking I might remove this pole here, and then I've bought a couple of things from Amazon, and I'll just show you them now. I'll pop them in so that you can see them, and I just bought two just to see whether they'd fit in okay. So can you see that? So it's like a storage box, but you lift this up and inside is an area for storage, and it's got this kind of wire support system at the front. So actually that is quite secure. And I'm thinking if I put heavy fabrics in the bottom, I could then put some lighter ones on the top. So I've got 2 of them, and they actually fit really nicely side by side in there, which is quite good. Only thing I need to be careful of is these here, which I can take off if need be, but I think I've enough space actually, because there's quite a bit of space either side. But the good thing about these is, for example, let me pull one out, I can actually fit, oh, she says, 2 in that way, 2 in lengthways, and then I can also pop them on top of each other like that. And then I think if there wasn't a pole there, yeah, I think I could even get another one in, which would be really good, because I've chosen the ones that have got like a plastic panel on the front, which would give me an idea of what's inside. And then if I decided I wanted to get something out of this one or this one, I can just take the whole box off rather than trying to pull a fabric out from the bottom. Does that make sense? So I haven't invested in a lot of these because they're, I think, I'll double check. They were around, say the £20 mark for 2. So I haven't bought any more because they're quite expensive, obviously. And I want to just see whether, if I fill a couple of these ones that I've got now, whether they look like they'd be okay or not. So I'm going to trial that first. But really, ultimately, when I think about it, I could have 4 on the bottom, 4 on the middle, and 4 on the top if I really wanted to, which is a lot of money. I get that, but I probably will use them for life, would I not? I don't know. So that's my theory right now, is I'm going to try these and see how we get on. Instead of shelves, because I think I'll have better visibility with these. So I will fill some of these up when I'm categorising all my fabric, and then we'll have a quick check back to see how I get on. Right, so I'm back. So I've just done a little trial of stuff. Apologies if you can hear my washer in the background, my cat, my kids. It's a bit bonkers right now. But anyway, I thought I'd do a quick trial, and can you see it here, look? Whee! So let me get it and show you it. Oh, I love to be prepared, me, you know what I'm like. So this is the box. So I've just done one lot. So can you see? Sorry about the light, but can you see? I can actually see into there as well, which is quite good. So then you lift it up, and then what I've done is I've chosen my double gauze fabrics to trial it with to see whether it works well or not. So that's all of my gauze products. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 altogether has managed to fit in there. Some of them are about 1 metre, and quite a few of them are 2.5 or 3 metres. So there's a lot of fabric in there when you think about it. I think there's 1 there, 2.5 there, 1, 2.5, 3, 2.5, 1.5. So there's quite a lot in there, and then that's going to fit in really nicely. So I have ordered, like I said, 2 of these. I think they work out about £25 on Amazon. I will put description stuff in the description, links in the description box below. So I've only done 1 for now because I don't really have that much time to do that much today. I'm just gonna have to keep doing it over the next few days and see how I get on. I'm thinking if I just do 1 box per day in an evening, and then maybe hopefully finish it off on a weekend or whatever. I'm not sure, we'll see. So that can go back in there. And then I've ordered another 2 sets of 2 to see how I get on. But I've barely made a dent in the stuff that's on there. And the other thing I thought I'd show you is, obviously I want to try and put a file together with all of my fabrics in a file, so that when I've got a project that I'm thinking of, say I pick up a pattern and I go, oh, I want to make that, I can go to a file and flick through everything that I've got and know what I've got, what length it is, what width it is, and where I've got it from. And hopefully when I start to do this with all products that I'm buying from now on, I will also have how much I bought it for and when I bought it as well. That's my plan. So I've downloaded, there's loads of different, I don't know, call it a stash card, templates that you can download for free. There's a really nice one actually that the lovely Andrea and Keris have done from Beyond the Pink Door. I'll put a link to that one down below. And the one that I've started using is the one from the Fold line. So I've got an example of what it looks like here. So this is it here. So it's really, really simple. I wanted one that I could get as many on a page as possible because I'm going to put this into a file, hopefully. I think that's what I'm going to do anyway. Maybe pop this into a plastic envelope, punched envelope, and then pop it in a ring binder. And you'll be able to see here that I have then popped a little bit of the fabric, a teeny bit off the corner, and then I've said what it is, what the width is, what the length is, where I've got it from. And like I say, hopefully that will then include the date and how much I've paid for it eventually as well. But this is all old stash fabric. So I've done 2 pages, that's everything that's in that box. So what I think I'm going to do is maybe have categories within my ring binder that will say double gauze, viscose jersey. I don't know, we'll see. I'm not so sure how jersey fabrics are going to fit in these boxes if they're bulky. So I might leave them separate and just stack them on the top of the boxes when I've finished. I'd probably put like the cotton jerseys and the viscose jerseys away into one of these, but I think the really thick sweatshirt that I've got, or big thick knit, will just take up too much of the boxes, and they're expensive, so I don't really want to be buying them for absolutely no reason. So the likelihood is I will, if I've got thick jerseys, probably pop them on the top. It's either that or I'm going to catalogue them, pop them in a clear, really useful box and pop them up in the loft, and then I can just pull them down as and when I need. I don't know yet. We will see how I get on. But I thought I'd come and quickly show you that. That's all I'm doing for today. That has taken me approximately an hour, so not too long at all. And that's with me emptying it, just giving it a quick hoover, and then snipping a bit off, measuring those 7 items, popping them in the box and popping them back there. So, you know, it will take some time. Once I'm done, hopefully I will be organised enough to be able to do it every time I buy some fabric. Watch me do all this and then not do that. But anyway, so I thought I'd give you a quick update, and then I will check in with you again another day when I've done some more. Hi, I'm back. It is another day. I thought I'd just quickly nip on and show you my progress so far. It's taken some time, I'm not gonna lie. I knew it would do, and obviously we have a busy household here, and I also don't want it to take away too much from my sewing time. So I'm lucky enough to be able to just chuck it all on the spare bed and just be doing a little bit at a time. So I've been mostly doing it on an evening, and I think I'm halfway through, basically. So I thought I'd just quickly update you on where I'm at. So I have been and bought a file from Tesco. I got really excited. Tell me if this is just me. It's probably just me. I got really excited because I don't normally buy a file. I just steal them from work. When I say steal, I tell my boss. She's cool with it. But they're all horrible colours, and I thought I want something that goes nice in here that I can just pop somewhere. So I got really excited because in Tesco, where I can nip in my lunch break, they normally have the most beautiful stationery, and I'm always like, oh, that's so gorgeous. Oh, that's so beautiful. I'd love to buy that. And I think, why would I ever need to buy it? So I got right excited, went to Tesco. I need a beautiful file, and that was the best I could come up with. Disappointed much, but quite like this one. There's a sticker there as well, which won't come off, which I need to sort out. I quite like this one because it's got, oh, that's satisfying. It's got like this thing around it. So I haven't categorised any of this yet. I'm just winging them in there for now. But you can see, she says, I've put all of my stash cards in plastic folders, and then I've popped them all in here. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some dividers and put what category they're in so that I can get to them quite quickly. But you can see all these beautiful swatches of fabric. And now I know how much there is. So for example, I want to do Rachel's next sew along for the Frida blouse. I've got the actual pattern and the pattern cut out, but I haven't got the fabric. And now I wanted to get all my viscose done so that I could look at that and go, right, I need that amount of fabric. And then without having to pull them all out like I would do normally and then be really annoyed, I can go straight to this and see if I've got enough fabric or not. That's the plan anyway, and it's worked well for that one, so I'm quite happy with that. And then what I'll do is I'll quickly show you where I'm up to in the cupboard of doom. Or not so much doom right now. I'll be back. So the cupboard of doom does not look quite as bad now. Look at that. Look at that image of beauty. So I've done 4 boxes. I like to put my finger in this frame. 4 boxes, and I've got 2 more. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to get everything in there, so I may have to invest in a couple more, but we'll see. And you'll see some of them are in a different colour, and that's because they were £5 cheaper than those. I mean, I wish I'd seen that in the first place, so they were all that colour. But anyway, I can live with that. It's in a cupboard, isn't it? But if I, for example, lift this up, can you see that? I mean, that's just a thing of beauty, isn't it? So that's loads and loads of viscose fabrics in there. So I should hopefully be able to go to my file, see which one I want, carefully lift one of those out. And then, for example, if I wanted some viscose linen or some heavier weight fabrics, here's my double gauze, which you've already seen. This is the one I'm working on at the moment. I still think I can fit a lot in there. So these are all kind of random silky type fabrics, technical term. So I'm just working on that one at the moment. And then I've got things like cottons, all of my jersey, etc. But husband has taken the pole out, as you can see, so I can definitely easily fit the 3 boxes in. And then hopefully 3 there, and then I am going to have to, I think, get a couple more. But it's an investment, isn't it? It's an investment. So that's where I'm up to now. So I'm hoping within the next week I'll be able to get this done and dusted, and I can show you the final thing. Yeah, baby. Right, I'm back and I am complete. Oh yes. It's taken me about 2 weeks, if I'm 100% honest, because I've only been doing it a bit on an evening and on a weekend. But I am done. So do you want a little sneaky peek of what it looks like? Shall I show you now? Let's do this. At the cupboard of non-doom now. Sorry, the non-doom cupboard. Here we go. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty in my eyes. So I ended up having to get 4, 6, 8 of these. I do have a little bit of space left in this one, which is good because I've just bought some new fabrics so they can go in there when they're done. And a little bit of space left in this one. I do have some really bulky jerseys. So as you can see, this one's got jerseys in it here. And so you can't get as much in there. So I think what I'm going to do is, rather than get more boxes because they are quite expensive and I still want to be able to get at everything easy without having to drag everything out, I think what I'll do is my bulky jerseys, because we're coming into spring and summer now anyway, I'll probably put all of my bigger jerseys into a big box and pop them up in the loft, because I'm cataloguing them, so I know that I've got them, so they won't be forgotten. But I think it would make it easier than storing it in here, if that makes sense. Very pleased. So yeah, that was your little sneaky peek. I'm done. I've done it. Yes. I must admit, I lost the will to live one point in the middle of it all. But I got there in the end, and I had to keep waiting for the boxes to arrive because I kept going, I'm just going to order 2 more, just 2 more. And they took a while to come. So yeah, anyway. And I've completed my folder. I have got in here 62 fabrics. Soon to be more because I've just put some in the wash this morning. But I've put them in categories and I haven't actually labelled these up yet, but there will probably be things like double gauze, lightweight fabrics, viscose jersey, cotton jersey, etc, etc. But you can see I've put them all in here in those stash cards, so I know for if I want to get any type of inspiration, I can just go straight to this now and have a flick through what I fancy using. Or if I find a pattern and I think, right, I need that, I can go into that section and have a look. Now, a few people have kind of said to me, have you not thought about doing this on Trello? And have you not, thought about doing it on some sort of app? Yes, I have. I've definitely thought about all of that. But I'm a visual person, so that would help. But I find when I've done things on apps before, I've not referred back to them. I've not found it as easy. I'm really, is it kinesthetic as well, touchy-feely? So being able to actually have a piece of fabric there that I can look at and touch and feel, I think will work better for me, actually. I think I might need to have a look at an app for maybe my patterns though, because what I do is I keep all of my PDF patterns in Dropbox, and that isn't very visual at all for me. So I might have a look at Trello for at least putting all the visuals of what patterns I've got, maybe, or like a Pinterest board or something like that, so that I can physically flip through that on the app. That's what I'm kind of thinking of doing. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with that. I hope it works. I hope I can stick to it. So what I want to be able to do is get my fabrics when I buy them, wash them immediately, iron them, and then fill everything in here and then store them so that I know exactly what I've got. And like I said to you, from now on, I'll be able to remember exactly who I bought it from, because some of these I was like, oh God, I can't remember where I got that from. And also how much it was per metre. Because I think at some point I would like to do a bit of an experiment about how much it costs to actually make a garment. So if anybody's interested in that, I was thinking about doing a bit of a, not a sew along, but an analysis of maybe just one garment or two maybe, as to how much it would actually cost if you were to cost out your labour, the fabric, all the notions, etc, etc. So if you are interested in that, let me know. I will try and link everything in the box below, but yeah, I just thought I'd let you know how I've been getting on with it, and I'm done now. So hopefully I'll be with you soon. Probably my next video will be my So Frugal 22 video, and then I really do need to do a recent makes video. I've got everything ready and I'm running out of time. I am trying to be all things to all people at the moment, so I might need to just reduce my list of things to do. I hope everybody's well, hope everybody's having time to sew. Take care, and I'll see you again in my next vlog. Bye.